We want to greet all those who are watching. We thank you for tuning in. We had our fourth letter of the alphabet. We've been dealing with Psalms 119, dealing with the Hebrew alphabet using Psalms 119. If you like me, I never knew what these words were. When you open up Psalms 119 and you'll begin to see alphabet, Gimel, Dali, Hey, and so on. Nobody ever took the time out to tell me what these were. I'm sure that I asked, but I was never taught that from Psalms 119 that we have the 22 letters of the alphabet. And this is very important because we know that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yah, and the Word was Yah, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. We believe by faith that the world was created or framed by the Word of the Most High. So we believe that because the Scripture says that by the Word of Yah was the world framed. So we believe that if that's the case, and then we understand that power in the Word of Yah. Because the same thing that created the universe is the same thing that holds it together. That's powerful right there. That's powerful right there. I want to show you a few verses before we get into our text. Let's go to Psalms chapter 33. Psalm chapter 33. Good to see you, Brother Harry.
Thank you, sir.
Tonight, our favorite students now. All y'all coming out. Amen. Praise be to the Most High. Now, Psalms 33. I said, right? All right. Verse 6. Anyone shout it out loud. Read it out loud. Psalm 33, verse 6. About what? Oh, you got to do it louder than that. Act like Charles is chasing you or something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got a microphone right here. Go ahead. Act like somebody trying to kidnap you or something. Amen. Because, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you why. Because we have other students who are listening.
By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth. All right, all right. So we just learned, you wouldn't hear this Shabbat, but we learned that instead of saying Lord, we say Yehovah. Because we learned that Lord is male.
Working on that.
Oh, yeah. So Charles, he's going to help you on that. I mean, don't tell Charles, don't have you call her Charles Lord. He ain't Lord, okay? I thought I'd just throw that in there. Now watch this here. By the word of Jehovah were the world, or were the heavens made. The word made, asa, made, the same word is used as he made man, and by the host of them, and by the ruach of his mouth. So we see here that the word that's used here is memrod. So he spoke these things. Remember in the very beginning, he spoke the creation into existence. Okay, and so we see that the Most High used the language to create the world. Let's look at another Hebrews chapter. Let's do chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11. Just want to show you a few scriptures here to verify that. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3, Brother Harry. Verse 3. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. Okay, he's not there yet. Okay. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 3. If you're not there, then we'll get back to you. Charles got it? Okay, then. Okay. I'll read it then because we're on the clock. Through faith, we understand that the world was framed by the word, the memra here, it be Rhema, by the word of Elohim, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. Do you understand? That's powerful right there. So no man got up there and made the sun and the moon or the stars. That was made by the hand or by the mouth of the Most High. So he did that by the word. We saw that on the Shabbat. We saw in Hebrew, it reads, Bereshit, bara, Elohim, alatah. In the beginning, Elohim created the alatah. Keep that in mind. He created the alatah, meaning we know that the alatah represents the Most High. He's the first, the last, the Alpha, the Omega, so on and so on. So we can see that everything was created by the Rhema or the Dabar of the Most High. And that which created it is the same thing that sustains it. Very important that we keep that in mind. So when he breathed, I ain't gonna get it myself. Let's go back to Psalms 119. Psalms 119. Let's go back there. So we're gonna be looking at the fourth letter in the Hebrew alphabet. Which one is that? What is the fourth letter? Dalet. And what does it represent? What are some of the meaning? Okay, Dalet. Tent door. Tent door. Okay, it represents the door. It represents the door. So let's look up here. It represents the door. Okay. Now I'm gonna write mine like this here. You can write it another kind of way, but that's where I'm going to write mine. Now it's very important we understand because David is using the alphabet to enhance his love for the Torah. And so now this here is the fourth, which means door. Now when the letter Dali is with a word, it can mean in, right? It can mean in, or it can mean I was thinking of something else. But let's take a look at how this word is used. Dali can mean the fourth letter, mean the alphabet. We can use certain words. Let's look at some words, how this word is used. I want to look at, I can take Dali and then I can add another word to it. I can add a Dali and I can add this word here. I'm going to do Paleo Hebrew, okay? A Dali and the last letter, the fourth and the last letter, which is a Tav. So I'm just going to do some words from that to show you what I'm talking about, okay? So da'at, I can do da'at, which would be D-A-T. And this is the word for religion. So in Hebrew, da'at is the word for religion. So we can see that the word for religion in Hebrew, how would our fathers saw this word da'at? They saw that the door, which is the Tav, which is the covenant, that religion is the door to the covenant. That's how that they would have read it, okay? So that's only one covenant when it comes to us. The covenant he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Yeshua renewed this covenant. So our true religion, if I may use that term, it leads us back, Charles, to the door of the covenant. Think about that. So we can also say that to enter into this covenant, I got to go through the door. Also, this symbol, door, it represents the tent of a house. How do you get into my house? Through the door. If you get in any other kind of way, you are what? You're a thief. Yeah. See, very important. So when Yeshua says that I'm the door, if any man comes in by me, he'll have peace. But if you go in any other kind of way, you're a thief and a robber. So the door is very important. We see these things used, how Abraham was sitting at the door, Lot was sitting at the door or the gate of the city. So the door is very important, okay? Because when we look at how that the tent house was made, which was the second letter, right? Bet. And you notice that we look at Bet, you see how Bet has one door, huh? Yes. Has one door. Now, I just say this the other day, but when you do this here, Charles, when you take the letter Bet, and you see how this is where, now, this is the ancient tent. This is how they did it. The father slept on this side, and the family, the rest of the family slept on this side. So it's the father was protecting the door. Right. So if you want to get to the family, you got to go through the father. And that's something. So the father is still protecting the door, Harry. He's still protecting the door. So if we in his house, should he protect us? If we in his house, should he feed us? See, if we in his house. But if I don't want to obey the commandments, Harry, where I got to go? We tell our kids, well, go find your own house. You see what I'm talking about? It's not that complicated. Now watch this here. Let's look at another one. I want to look at it's no coincidence. I'm not sure. Also, that when we look at this word here, I'll show this something right here. I ran out of stuff over here. Let me look at this other one. So let me move this out the way. Now, also, this is very interested too. That when we say that the door, that the fourth letter is dotted, which is the door, right? Now watch this here. I'm gonna do Yod, Hey, Ba, Dalet, Hey. Now, very interesting because we recognize Yod, Hey, Ba, Hey is Yahweh or Jehovah, right? Now watch this here. Yod, I'm gonna do Yod. I'm just doing it big. Yod, Hey, Ba, Hey. Now, we know this is Yod, Hey, Wa, Hey, right? Well, this here, all I did was add a Dalet. Guess what this word is? Because we have the fourth letter here, which is represent a Dalet, right? A door. We have the fourth letter here that represent a door. So who is this door? Because I know a door is an entrance. This is the Hebrew word Yahudah. Yahudah. When we say Judah, so Yeshua comes from the tribe of Judah, and he said, I'm the door. Can't nobody else come in any other kind of way into the camp. How did we get into the house, Harry? By Yahudah, the door. He's the door. Buddha ain't the door. Muhammad ain't the door. So there's no coincidence that when Yeshua say that Judah, he put Judah as the doorway of praise. If you want to get into the kingdom of Yah, you got to go through the tribe of Judah, the son Yeshua. There's no other way. Not through Simeon, not through Reuben, nobody else. So Yeshua is the door. You can't get around that. Now, watch this, Harry. So when he say, oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. So when he say, when Yeshua say, I comes in my Father's name. He comes in his Father's name. So he is the door. He knows that. This is powerful. This is powerful. So if we understand the fourth letter, watch here, there is a connection between Yehudah and Jehovah. Yes, he loved all his children, but it was going to be that the Messiah was going to come through the tribe of Judah. And once the enemy found that out, he started persecuting the tribe of Judah. That's why we're here today. It's not by accident. So this is why Judah, when he says in Ezekiel, I will take the two sticks, the house of Judah and the house of Ephraim or Manasseh, and bring them back together, right? They're going to be one. So the tribe of Judah played an important part in the days of the Messiah. The tribe of Judah is going to play an important part today in the second coming. That's powerful right there. Mm-hmm. That is powerful.
Yes, it is.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So now, out of all the tribes that's been converted, deceived, which one the enemy used to deceive us to this very day? Tribe of Judah. Now, Yeshua knew this here. Revelation chapter 2, verse 8, Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. There are those that say that they are Jews, but they are lies. They are the synagogue of Satan. Yeshua knew that some group was going to come years later and perpetrate, saying, I'm a Jew, I'm a Jew, I'm a Jew, and deceive the whole world. Oh, this is going to be the greatest. This is going to be the greatest. This is going to be incredible. Once the world see what I'm saying and others saying, it's going to blow their mind. Because just like I was deceived, you and I were deceived, the world is deceived. Revelation said the dragon had deceived the whole world. Somebody got to stop and ask, how has the dragon deceived the whole world in what? You got, okay, here we go. This is what we did, right? We got to start asking these questions. What is the Hebrew word for wisdom? Y'all remember?
It's not proud, is it? No.
Remember the Hebrew word, okay? Oh. The head sound, head. Remember the ha. I'm helping y'all. Ha. Remember hakma. Remember the Hebrew word for wisdom? Is hakma. Remember that?
Yes.
Hakma. Right? So now then we talked about how that at the end of the word wisdom is ma. Ma, which I say the word ma means what? You start asking questions. Why? How you start asking questions about Sunday and Easter, Halloween? Why? Because you got wisdom. When you get the wisdom, you start asking questions. But if you don't know have no information, I'm gonna just sit there dumbfounded. Am I right, y'all?
Right.
But once wisdom start coming in and you start learning, then you start asking questions. Hey, Pastor, I was reading. So you start asking questions and make him answer. And then also, when you get wisdom, I've been playing with the word. When you get wisdom, y'all remember, I turned it around. I turned the cuff around with the hex, and it gave me the word ka'ak. Remember that? Ka'ak, which is the word for power.
Yes.
So when you got wisdom, you got power. We say that knowledge is power. Am I right? So if I get the wisdom, which is the wisdom is Torah, we're not talking about the wisdom of this world. Moses said, this is your wisdom. So when I get the wisdom of the Torah, I got power. I start asking questions. Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yes.
You see, at one time, we just sit there and say, preach, Pastor. Just talk, Pastor. Had a good time. And go out to eat. And then just do the same cycle next Sunday. But now wisdom, Daniel say that he told Daniel, shut the book up, Daniel, chapter 12. For knowledge shall increase in the last days. Are y'all understand?
Mm-hmm.
This is very important. Hold up, Harry, I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
So wisdom. So you know why I seem so powerful? Not because I'm really lifting weight, but because of the wisdom of Yah's word. You know why I ask questions now? Because of the wisdom of Yah's word. When I get wisdom, I start asking questions. So listen, I don't care if y'all start studying and you really start studying, start asking me questions. Okay? Because all they're gonna do is just sharpen me, iron sharpen iron. You see what I'm talking about? I don't care. If you start reading some study and it contradicts something, hey, let's break it down. Break it down. I don't want to walk into darkness. Harry, what you got, Harry?
I got that on wisdom. Looked it up.
What's the strong number? Is it
The strong number is 2451.
All right, talk to me.
Okay, and I got Elohim is, excuse me, no. Let's see, wait a minute.
Take your time. Take your time.
Okay, here it is. It says, he employed wisdom as his master craftsman to create all things.
Now, I know where you're going to take me already. I already know. See, I'm trying to say that for the Shabbat. But since we went there, we might as well go there.
Okay.
We know that word. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 8. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Proverbs chapter 8. I still bring it out on the Shabbat. We got to get in our word study, but that's okay, though. That's okay. Now, remember, we know that from Torah that Moses said, this is your wisdom. Since you brought us there, Harry, go on and start at verse 1. Okay. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1.
Let me get there.
Okay. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Follow along, guys, online.
I'm almost.
Follow along.
Okay.
Y'all plugged up. Okay, I'm plugged up. Follow along. Okay. We're talking about very important. What does the writer of Hebrews say? That all you're getting, get understanding. You got to get wisdom. You got to get wisdom. And then after that, understanding. Okay.
All right.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Does not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of the high places, by the way in the places of the path. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Herefore I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things.
That's powerful. That's powerful. Watch this here. Couple more verses, and then we're gonna go. Proverbs chapter 3, Harry. Proverbs chapter 3, and we'll pick it up in verse 13. Still dealing with wisdom.
Okay.
Now watch what it says about wisdom here.
Verse 3?
Chapter 3, verse 13.
13, okay. Okay. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
What? That find who?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. What is wisdom? The Torah.
Torah.
Happy is the man. Go ahead.
And the man that getteth understanding.
See, I don't stop just with the knowledge. Do I understand what Pastor is teaching? Go ahead.
Okay. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver.
No, for real. Go ahead.
And the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared to her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is the tree of life.
A tree of life. Taking her back to the garden. Go ahead.
To them that lay hold upon her. Ooh. And happy is the one that retaineth her.
That means she's trying to get away, but you better hold on to her. If you really want that woman,
yes.
That's why wisdom is, listen, watch this. Anytime a word has a hey at the end, it's feminine. But it doesn't, it's not thinking like feminine like male or female, but it's feminine. And why is the word feminine hey at the end the same way this word is Torah. Torah is the same thing. It has the same thing at the end. It has a hey, which means that the word Torah is feminine too. But it's not like a male or female. It's trying to show you, because it's written from a man perspective. It's saying that a man should pursue Torah as he pursue a woman. He don't care if it's cold outside. If he love that woman, he gonna get there. He don't care if he gotta walk. He gonna get there, huh? He don't care if he gotta spend all his money on Friday, just got paid, because he wanna be with that woman. So he's saying that you ought to be like that when you chasing out the wisdom, huh? Think about that. You know you gotta get up in the morning, but you so in love with that woman, you stay up with her half of the night, huh? I'm telling you. He says, listen, that's how you need to do the word. Let me stop that. Go ahead. Now, watch this here. I'm going to show you another place. So, what is wisdom again? I don't want to go there because it's going to shorten our time up. Now, watch this here. I want to go back to Proverbs. Psalms 119. Starting at verse 25. So I got to get in some of those because I already got the lesson on them. So now, just keep in mind, wisdom, get wisdom, and all you'll get understanding. So, Harry, since you got the microphone, go on and read verse 25, Psalm 119, verse 25 through 32, and we'll take some of those out of there and break them down.
Psalms 119, verse 25. My soul cleaveth unto the dust. Quicken thou me according to thy word. I have declared my ways, and thou hearest me. Teach me thy statutes. Make me to understand the ways of thy precepts. So shall I talk of thy wondrous works. My soul melteth for heaviness. Strengthen thou me according unto thy word. Remove me from the way of lying, and grant me thy Torah graciously. I have chosen the way of truth. My judgment have I laid before me. I have struck unto thy testimonies. O Lord, put me not to shame. I will run the way of thy commandments when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy Torah, yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me go into the path of thy commandments.
What verse you on now?
35.
Okay, 25, 32. Because you just went into hate.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I got to stick with me on that now. Okay. So now, remember, in the Psalms 119, that's 8 verses in each section of the alphabet, all the way from A to Tav. Out of the Tav, that's 8 verses. Okay, and each one is breaking down to enhance your understanding of the Torah. So David, in this section, David has the Dalet, and we know that Dalet is the door. Okay, it's the door. Nobody can force you and make you walk through the door, but it is the door. Okay, so we know that door means entrance. It's the doorway of the house. So in this verse 25, David say that my soul cleaveth unto the dust. Now, this is very important because the word soul here is nephes, okay, or neshama. Very important you understand these components that King David is using. Because when it comes to soul, he's using the word soul, I'm sorry, yeah. The word soul is nephes. Now, when it comes to the totality of the divinity of man's body, we have three components. Never forget this. We have what is called the neshama. We get that from Genesis chapter 2, where it says, and the Most High breathed, okay, breath. He breathed breath. The word breath in Hebrew is neshama. N-I-S-H-M-A. Now, when I look at this word neshama, guess what I see at the end of the word? Ma. Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? The same word. So man is supposed to ask questions. Man is supposed to say, what? How did he do this? How did he make this here? So in man, he breathed the breath in man, the ability to ask questions. Then another component of man that he breathed his spirit. Okay, because we know that we have a spirit. So he breathed his spirit, which is the ruach, R-U-A-C-H, ruach, in man. Then the third part of man is his soul, his nephes. That's the lower part of man. So we have the neshama, we had the ruach, and then we had the lower part of man is his soul. That's the part that connects us to one another. My soulmate, that soul tie, that person that you can't get out of your soul. That's why we have to be careful who I hook up with, whether I be in a relationship, whether I be married, or even just a relationship, period. Because there are still people that you're trying to get out your soul. Mm-hmm. You don't understand. That's true. Your soul, we call it soul ties. Oh yeah, that's real deal. Mm-hmm. That's real. You can play a song and you ain't thought about that person for 20 years, and you heard an old school song, and she came to your mind, or vice versa. It's called soul ties, man. Soul ties. You can see why the Most High did not want us to sleep around, because when you get married, all them girls and guys you dated is in your marriage. Oh yeah, we don't like to think like that, but yes, it is.
I was taught that it's because you become one, and when you become one with them, you become one with all the people they became.
Well, that came from the Bible, the Word of Yah. Wherever you join yourself to, y'all become one. So whether y'all dating or used to date, whatever it is, so y'all know that. So when King David said that, he said, my soul and cleaving into what? The dust. Where did man come from? The dust. So David is saying that part of me, that nephes, man, I'm down in the dumps. My soul, and you know, if your soul is down, ain't nothing you can do. I mean, my soul. Notice, remember the time that David said, bless Jehovah, all my soul, and all that is with me, bless his holy name. So here's David saying, Dolly. You know, he said, my soul cleaveth. This word cleave means, it's like, the Bible means to fasten unto the dust. You can't get no lower than that. So David saying, yeah, I'm the king and I'm doing this here, but if you only knew how I felt in the inside, if you only knew how low I was, you can't get no lower than that, than in the dust. The only place lower than that is the grave. So David asked the question. Then he said, quicken me. The same word that's used in the Genesis. He breathed the breath of life in him and he became a living soul. He quickened him. So David said, quicken. Quicken thou me how? How? According to that word. David said, according to that word, not through no medication, not through no alcohol, no marriage, none of that. Say, quicken me according to that word. David said, I'm so low, but your word can raise me up. This same word, quicken, it means to give life. It's the same word that Yeshua says in John 6:63, the spirit or the flesh profit nothing, but the word that I speak, they are life. You know what I'm saying? Quicken, they give you life. So it's the word that gives us life. So when man is living in this world, and there's so many things attached to your soul, so many things that's grabbing your attention, and you become like dust. You're so connected to this earth that you need the word of Yah to quicken you, to give you life. That's what David's saying. I done got so caught up in this world, my soul can't let go of certain things. But quicken me, thou according to thy word. Very important. And I noticed that in this whole psalm, that if you can look right quick, that David used this word 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And that's not coincident. I could be wrong, or you can count them. He used the word way. I counted 4, just off the top of my head. How many of y'all count? Is it 4? 4, 5, 4?
Let's see. Ways?
Yeah. And now, and we're going to deal with this word way.
I see ways.
Ways or way. It's number 1870. It's the Hebrew word derek.
2.
Okay.
3. 4.
Okay. So how many times you see it? 4?
4.
Okay. So now, this could be me, but we're dealing with the 4th commandment, right? I mean the 4th dalit, the 4th, and then David used the way 4 times, and the Hebrew word way is derek, D-E-R-E-K, derek. It's a dalit resh cook. And so we know that derek is a pathway, right? It's a path. The word means path, and then there's no coincidence that we have a door. The door is the pathway into the house. Very important. Watch this here. How he use it. So he says here, if we look at Psalms again, verse 26, he said that I have declared my derek. This word derek means path. Okay? He has declared his path. Now, this is how the word look, y'all. This is how the word look. We have a dalit. We have a dalit. And then we have a resh. Okay. Then we have the cup. Okay. But we have this word here, dalit. We can say this word here. We can actually see it in the Paleo Hebrew. We can see this is a door and this is a man. So we can say the doorman. You know what I'm saying? The doorman. So it's the doorman that walks through the door. So the path that the man is going is walking through the door, or he's the doorman. Now watch this here. For a man to go on a path, because the word literally means path, okay? A pathway. Okay? So for me to leave, I leave the door or I leave my house, because I mean it's a very powerful teaching, right? So the door, and then as the man are leaving the house, he's walking on a path. So when King David said, when King David said this here, he said, I declare my path, or the path I'm on. The word declare means that I'm talking, I'm making it known. So watch this here. Watch how this is important. Because I'm on a pathway now, Charles. And I declare to my friends the path that I'm on. If they don't want to go, I don't care. That's them. But you got to make people, you can't expect people to know what path you on. David said, I declare the path that I'm on. Let your friends know what path that you on. What path you walking through a door. You let them know, he said, I have declared the path, my path. And thou hast heard me. So in other words, he said, I have told Yah the path I'm on. Okay. Then he said, thou hast heard me. He said, teach me thy customs. So David is trying to tell his friends, or trying to tell us, he let Yah know. I can say, Yah, lead me down. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Psalm 23 said, lead me down the path of righteousness, right? Down the path. Y'all know the songs, right? Jehovah is my shepherd, that I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He lead me beside. He lead me. Okay? So he says here that verse 27, he say, make me to understand the path. Remember, they translate it as way, but it's path. It's path, like trails. Make me to understand the path of thy precepts. So I shall talk of thy what? Thy wonders, works. So David, he wants to make sure that he's on the right path. How many people want to make sure that, I mean, listen, Harry, I'm doing all this. I want to make sure I'm just not just making this stuff up. I want to make sure I'm on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get way down there and have to turn around. I want to make sure I'm walking through the right door.
That's right.
Because if you walk through the wrong door, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
David says in verse 28, my soul melts for heaviness, strengthen thou me according to thy word. So David realized where his strength was getting to. Where his strength was coming from. David realized where his strength was coming from.
From the word.
From the word. Absolutely, from the word.
Yes, sir.
And what's interesting, I can show you this here. Show you this. Let's look at the Hebrew word for word. Is what? Y'all remember?
I'm not.
Huh? For word, not the memory.
Oh,
okay. Watch this here. I'm gonna show you something here. What's this word, Charlie? This is we're gonna do a bet. Remember the bet and a rest. A bet and a rest. This is the Hebrew word for bar. What's the Hebrew word for bar? Again? Yeah, you know it because you got one. You was here the other day. Son. Now watch this. So it's the Hebrew word for son. A son is, you know what I'm saying? He's a house man. He's bar. He's a mature, right?
Right.
Now David said here. He say, strengthen thou me according to thy word. Okay? So word, right? All I gotta do is add this word here. Dolly. This is the word, the bar. This is the word for bar, a word.
Word. 1697.
Right. The bar. D-E-B-A-R. Now, watch this, because here it's connected to the word. The bar is the word son, right? We know that Yeshua is the son. Mm-hmm. So if I want to get to the Father, he said no one can come to the Father except they come through me. So he's saying you got to come through the word. You got to walk through the door. When you open the door is the entrance to the Son. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You see how powerful the Hebrew is? So he said, I'm the door. The word, he said, I'm the word, I'm the door. So when David said here that he said strengthen me thou according to thy word. So I want you to see that the word is Yeshua, and Yeshua is the word. You can see that in Hebrew real easy. You can see it in Hebrew real easy. So we see the bar is the door that leads to the Son. Can you see that? It's the door that leads to the Son. We know who the Son is. We know who the Son is. Now watch this here. I'm gonna show you another one.
And it's not the one in the sky.
There you go. Now watch this here. So now I still got the word bar, right? I still got the word bar.
Son.
Okay, I still got the word bar. Now all I'm gonna do is just add this one letter. I'm gonna add this letter here, the ain, the I. Okay, the I. Guess what that word is?
That's
It's an aim, dolly. Okay, aim. I'm sorry. Aim, bet, rest.
aim, bet,
Okay, I'll put the vowels for you then. I'm gonna put I'll put the vowels for you. I'll put a open the door.
See the man, see son of man.
You close. So this is the Son and this is the I, right? See the Son, or reveal the Son. This is the Hebrew word for Eber or Hebrew.
Hebrew.
So this is the word for Hebrew. So the purpose of the Hebrew people is to do what? To reveal the Son. So if you're the devil and you know the job of the Hebrew people is to reveal the Son, what people on the planet you want to wipe out? You, the Hebrews, the Israelites, the strong. Yes, yes. So you get that from all that. Powerful. Time, okay. We still got some time. Say one for that. Got that. So far, any questions?
No, sir.
Right? You good? Are you good? Okay, Charles.
I'm good.
Okay. Now, we talked about this one here, but it's worth repeating. It's worth repeating. We talked about this one. It definitely, I never get tired of mentioning this because we had talked about it. We talked about Olive Yom Tov. Right, Aaron?
Yes, sir.
Olive. I'm doing the Paleo Hebrew Tov. Now, when David says here, he says in this verse here, verse 30, he said, I have chosen, notice, select, I have chosen. Chosen what? The path, we can say the path of truth. Notice how David say that I chosen. You got to choose the truth. The truth is there. Whether you choose or not, it doesn't change it. So David has selected the path of truth. A lot of people in our family ain't going to choose it. They're not going to choose it. So we talked about the emet on Shabbat. So what is truth? We talked about that. What is truth? We have talked about how that in this here, we have the olive and the tar. We discovered on the Shabbat that the olive tar represent Jehovah or Yeshua. Am I right?
And the end.
Say it again.
The beginning and
the
the
beginning
end.
and the end. We proved that already. So we can see that in truth, we have the olive Mim tar, which is Yah, the Creator Himself, right? And notice what else? That's inside of truth. It's like water. You know what I'm saying? The truth. So water moves. Water is not stationary. It moves. So when truth is in you, it moves you. It moves you. You can't learn.
It's life.
And stay. That's the new. But it can represent that too. The point I'm making is that if you get in living water that moves, that really moves, you better hold on to the side or something because it'll take you down the river. So truth moves you. You can't learn what you learn in here and go back to your old congregation and it never moves you. Oh yeah, it moves you. Truth moves you. Truth moves you. Because I guarantee you, you ain't where you used to be. Truth moves you. Because why? It's like water. It moves you. Now Harry say life, the noon represent life. But water is life when you talk about the ancient, because you need water.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely. It's
the olive Mim tar. Could that be Christ shedding water from the cross?
I don't know. You can make. I mean,
because when he was pierced, blood and water came out his side. And water can mean life.
Yeah, I can take you to 1 John on that, but we not.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. We talk about the ancient. Of course, it can mean that. One thing about ancient Hebrew that you can have more than one meaning of something. Okay.
But your meaning is the main one.
Yeah, I'm focusing on the word truth. Truth.
Okay.
And you can break the symbols down because, as I said before, we already broke this down to the olive represent Yah, right?
Okay.
We proved that with the Yod Hey Ba Hey, right? So now, if I decide that I don't want Yah in my picture, all I'm left with is what, Harry? Met, right? Met. I'm left with met.
That's death. The met means death.
Death. Met means death. So you move God Yah out of your picture, all you left with is death. So when truth, the opposite of truth in Hebrew is death. It's not a lie, it's death. I know in English we say the opposite of lie. In English, a truth is a lie, but not in Hebrew. Not in Hebrew. Once you move from Yah out of your life, all you left with is death. The first time it is used, Yah told Adam and Hawa, don't eat from that tree. The day that you eat from that tree, you shall die. The exact same word, die. The moment you listen to that lie, you're going to die. And we know he wasn't just talking about physical death because Adam lived to be 930 years old. So he must be talking about some other kind of death, huh? Yeah. Spiritual death. Yeah. Spiritual death. And that's why Yeshua came as the second Adam. So all that's in the first Adam is dead. So for me to get new life, I got to get in the second Adam. Think about that. Paul understood that. Through one man, Adam, sin entered into the world. How much more through the second man, which is Yeshua, we have life. So if we bore the image of the earthly man, Adam, how much more the heavenly man, Yeshua.
The spiritual.
So that's why you want to know the truth. So when Yeshua says in John 8:32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Well, Pastor, what is truth then? I'm glad you asked. Let's go to Psalm. We're already there. We're already in Psalm, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to Psalm 119. We're already there. Let's go to let's look at Proverbs verse 152. Look at it. Let me get that to make sure I'm giving you the right address. Psalm 119. Yeah, the Psalm 119, 142. Psalm 119 has 175 verses. Right. Okay. So what is truth, Pastor? Listen, the scripture interprets itself. Psalm 119, 142 says what, Harry?
It says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. And thy law, thy Torah, is the truth.
Thy Torah is the truth. Thy instruction, thy Torah is the truth. We just discovered what is true. The Torah is truth. Look at what verse 51 says. 151, Harry.
Okay.
Jump down Psalm 119, 151.
151. Thou art near, O Jehovah, and all thy commandments are truth.
Now, some of them.
All.
Some of them.
All.
His commandments are true. So if I don't want to obey his commandment, it's automatically to death. It's already. Listen, it's if I put my finger, put a fork inside that plug, it's death is already in. Listen, it give me life or death. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So we see from here, we discover what is true. But let's get our last statement from Yeshua HaMashiach himself, a.k.a. Jesus of Nazareth in America. John chapter 17. Let's go here. So what is truth? We just saw all his commandments is truth. We're going to go John chapter 17 and watch this here. Now, we already discovered what is truth, right? All his commandments is truth, right? All his Torah is truth. John chapter 17, verse 17.
Okay. John chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth.
Oh.
Thy word is truth.
You can't get in no planet than that. His word is the truth. What is his word? His word is Yeshua. His word is the Torah. His word is his commandment. You can't make this up. No. You can't make this up. So when we look at Psalm 119, David said, this is the doorway. This is the path. One word that we need to leave here tonight is with Derek, the path. If you leave here tonight, ask yourself, what path are you on? Is the path that leads to destruction? That is a way that seemeth to a man, but the end is destruction. Act like David said. David said, listen, give me understand of thy precept, so I shall talk of thy wonders. David said, lead me in the path. David said, I want to make sure I'm in the right path. His word is the right path. So I can look at his word and realize that I'm on the wrong path. Bottom line. Selah. That's all I got. Any questions?
That's a lot.
I'm not even doing nothing really. We still ain't even big in, because I ain't got enough time.
That's just a scratcher.
I know.
But all we want to get is understanding. I'd rather for y'all to leave here knowing, okay, Derek, Wade needs a pad. Now think about it. And I know that you've been in the military, right?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay. But you've been in the country or as a kid, and when we get lost in the woods, you think, man, if I could just find that pad.
Yeah.
Huh? It's people that got lost in the woods because they got off what?
The pad.
The pad.
Find the North Star. And we go from there.
See that? Got that. So we want to make sure that we stay on the path. Father, we bless you tonight. We thank you once again. Oh, Father, that we all in this house and those who are watching, we always on the wrong path. Yes, we was. And that path, in all the honesty, I don't care how good we thought we were, that path was going to lead us to be knocking at the door of hell. But Father, we thank you right now that through your mercy that you got us on the right path. We ask as King David, keep us on the right path, Father. Keep us on the right path. As he said, how can a man clean his way? How can a man keep his way? By taking heed to your word. I thank you that Yeshua is the door that leads us to the right path. And I thank you. We ask that you continue to guide us and just help us to stay on the right path, which is thy word. We thank you for this evening in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Let us stand as I pronounce the blessing. Go on and bless it. Israel, may Jehovah bless thee and keep thee. May Jehovah make his face shine upon thee and be glorious to thee. May Jehovah lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. May Jehovah destroy all the chaos in your life in the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach. May Jehovah cause you to prosper as Ephraim and Manasseh. May Jehovah put his name upon you and bless thee. And all Israel says,
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And long live the King. All right, all right. My brothers and sisters, we thank y'all for tuning in. If the Most High say the same, we'll see you back here this Thursday. Shalom.
Hello.
Hold on, turn this off real quick.